In this topic, we are going to learn about the dacryocystosis. Actually, what is dacryocystosis? Dacryocystosis is the disease which happens in our lacrimal glands. See, in this topic, we are going to learn definition of dacryocystosis, etiology, predisposing factors, causative organism, clinical picture, complications, treatment. Okay, what is dacryocystosis? Inflammation of lacrimal sac, often caused by obstruction of nasolacrimal duct and also followed by bacterial infection. Means the itis here, itis means inflammation. We all know that itis means inflammation, and dacro means lacrimal. Cyst means sac. So inflammation of the lacrimal sac ऑफन कॉज बाय ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ नाजोलैक्रिमल डक्ट. ये कैसे होता है? तो जो नाजोलैक्रिमल डक्ट होता है वो जाम हो जाता है, मतलब किसी वजह से उसमें ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन आ जाता है जिसके वजह से डायक्रोसिस्टेसिस हो जाता है. ये क्यों होता है? तो ये होता है बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शन की वजह से. सी हियर इज़ द टाइप ऑफ डायक्रोसिस्टेसिस. फर्स्ट टाइप इज़ एक्यूट एंड कॉन्जेनाइटल. Acquired is of two types, acute and chronic, and congenital. We already know that congenital means by birth. See, this is the picture of acquired dacryocystosis. Acute dacryocystosis is an acute supportive inflammation of the lacrimal sac characterized by the presence of a painful swelling in the region of sac. As we can see here in the picture, one lady is having lacrimal sac obstruction. Here it is swelled. In this picture it is swelled and it has pain also. See, characterized by the presence of a painful swelling in the region of sac. Causes: it may develop in two ways: as an acute exacerbation of chronic dacryocystosis, as an acute peridacryocystosis due to direct involvement from the neighboring infected structures such as paranasal sinuses, surrounding bones, dental abscesses or caries teeth in the upper jaw. मतलब ये इसलिए इस वजह से हो जाता है, दो वजह से होता है. एक तो एक्यूट एक्सासर्बेशन ऑफ क्रोनिक डैक्रोसिस्टिस की वजह से, दूसरा ये कि हम लोग के मतलब नाजोलैक्रिमल सैक जो है उसके आसपास का जो भी स्ट्रक्चर्स है उसमें अगर कुछ इन्फेक्टेड स्ट्रक्चर्स है लाइक पैरानाजल साइनसेस या फिर बोन्स या डेंटल एब्सेस या कैविटीज़ इन अपर जॉ टीथ्स, तो वो जो इन्फेक्शन है वो जाके नाजोलैक्रिमल डक्ट का जो होता है ना उसको ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट कर, उसको जाम कर देता है, जिसकी वजह से लाक्रिमल सैक के पास हम लोगों को स्वेल्ड आउट हो जाता है और डैक्रोसिस्टेसिस हो जाता है. Causative organisms include three: Streptococcus, Haemolyticus, Pneumococcus, Staphylococcus. Predisposing factor: age more common between 40 to 60 years. Sex predominantly seen in females, probably due to comparatively narrow lumen of the bony canal. Heredity plays an indirect role. It affects the facial configuration and so also the length and width of the bony canal. Poor personal hygiene. Age predisposing factors means in these cases we can have in this disease. Age 40 to 60 years. Sex, we see there it is seen that mainly females is having more than males. Heredity plays an indirect role. मतलब this is not this is not directly, this is indirectly. It is not necessary that it will affect. It affects the facial configuration and also the length and width of the bony canal. Poor personal hygiene. The person who is having poor personal hygiene can also have dacryocystosis. Clinical picture: it divides into three stages. First stage is cellulitis, second stage is lacrimal abscess, and third stage is fistula formation. First stage of cellulitis. It is characterized by painful swelling in the region of lacrimal sac. Then पहले एक उभर के आ जाता है, पेनफुल स्वेल हो जाता है जिसमें बहुत दर्द होता है. स्वेलिंग इज़ रेड और हॉट एंड फर्म एंड टेंडर. वो एकदम गर्म टाइप का, रेड टाइप का होता है. और रेडनेस एंड एडिमा ऑल्सो स्प्रेड टू द लिड्स एंड चीक्स. और वो इतना मतलब उसका रेडनेस इस टाइप का होता है कि वो लिड आईलिड और चीक्स तक पहुंच जाता है. एपिफोरा, वी नो दैट एपिफोरा मीन्स continuation of the watering from the eye. Constitutional symptoms such as fever, malaise. We will have a fever also and malaise also. When treated, resolution may occur at this stage. If untreated, self-resolution is rare. If it is treated at this stage, then it can be cured. Otherwise, if it is untreated, self-resolution is rare. Stage of lacrimal abscess. Continued inflammation causes occlusion of the canaliculi due to edema. The sac is filled with pus, distends and its anterior wall ruptures, forming a pericystosis swelling. In this way, a large fluctuant swelling, the lacrimal abscess is formed. It usually points below and to the outer side of the sac due to gravitation of pus and the presence of medial palpebral ligament in the upper part. See, during stage of lacrimal abscess, in addition to the above treatment, when pus starts pointing on the skin, it should be drained with a small incision. Means in this stage, pus starts forming in our swelling part, and continued inflammation also causes the canaliculi due to edema. It continues with the canaliculi also, lacrimal sac and then canaliculi also inflammate, and the sac is filled up with pus. Okay, the pus should be gently squeezed out. It should be squeezed out. The dressing should be done with betadine, and the dressing should be done with betadine. Later, depending upon condition of the lacrimal sac, either DCT or DCR, operation should be carried out. Otherwise, recurrence will occur. See, this is the picture of lacrimal abscess. Here, it is continued with the canaliculi also. Stage of fistula formation. When the lacrimal abscess is left unattended, it discharges spontaneously, leaving an external fistula below the medial palpebral ligament. Rarely the abscess may open up into the nasal cavity, forming an interfistula. See, complication: acute conjunctivitis, corneal aberration which may be converted to corneal ulceration, lid abscess, osteomyelitis of lacrimal bone, orbital cellulitis, facial cellulitis, and acute ethmoiditis. Rarely cavernous sinus thrombosis, and very rarely generalized septicemia may also develop. Treatment: during cellulitis stage, systemic ciprofloxacin or cephalosporin or tetracycline or cotrimoxazole for 7 days, and topical antibiotics to control infection is given out. Systemic anti-inflammatory, analgesic drugs, and hot fermentation to relieve pain and swelling. We already know that during edema or when it happens the swell, we have to give the hot compression, and this will be the treatment of the dacryocystosis. Thank you.